who wants to set the record straight. And hospital workers speak about what it's like to be working in healthcare right now.
Plus, weather-wise, winds across all of southern Idaho, not terribly breezy, only 10 to 15 miles an hour. But I've got major changes in my full forecast coming up on KMVT News at 10 o'clock that starts now.
Live from KMVT, putting you first. You're watching KMVT News at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to your News at 10 tonight. I'm Elizabeth Hadley. Tonight's top story. Over the past week and a half, Lieutenant Governor Janice McGeachin has stirred up her feud with Governor Little again, which garnered her criticism from within her own party. And she has also gotten in a squabble with the media about their coverage and, in her opinion, inaccuracies of her education task force in litigation involving the Idaho Press Club. KMVT reporter Steve Kirch had the opportunity to talk with her one-on-one and find out why she thinks her actions are being misrepresented.
I have a proven record of standing in support of conservative traditional values.
Lieutenant Governor Janice McGeachin wants to set the record straight. She said the reason she's running for governor is that she's concerned about the direction Idaho is heading in and the state's reaction to what she considers an overreaching federal government.
Continue to fight to protect the conservative values that we all share as Idahoans, and we're independent-minded people. We want the government off our back.
And she says her actions and rhetoric in recent months support what she stands for, liberty and freedom. McGeachin has been a vocal supporter of prohibiting vaccine mandates in the state and asking the state legislature to reconvene. Members of her own party have been reluctant to interfere in matters involving the private sector.
That argument falls on deaf ears with this lieutenant governor to say that it's not the proper place for government to intervene in that setting because, as I said, with Medicare, Medicaid, and the Obamacare exchanges, that industry is one of the most highly regulated industries in our state.
And in May, she issued an executive order prohibiting mask mandates that, like the most recent incident, happened when Governor Little was out of state and had to be rescinded.
I did that to expose the hypocrisy of the policies from our governor and others, where they would be in public settings with 500 people wearing no mask, and yet our kids in the classroom were being forced to wear masks.
McGeachin says she isn't too worried about the criticism coming at her from within her own party.
That's the good old boys that are pushing back against somebody who's willing to stand up and show the leadership that is needed and that the people of Idaho are crying out for.
And in the end, she's just listening and reacting to the voice of the people.
They deserve to be heard. That's what this is all about. Instead of some who continue to be tone deaf to the voice of the people and keeping their head in the sand and just not even want to talk about it.
Reporting from Twin Falls, Steve Kirch, KMVT.
And now, your KMVT First Forecast.